Imagine waking up at dawn in a small cabin nestled at the foot of a towering mountain. Soft rays of sunlight slip through the curtains, gently stirring you from sleep. Before your eyes lies a boundless horizon of new possibilities, and in your heart grows a feeling that this day will be unlike any other, an almost certain sense that you're standing at the threshold of great change. It's at moments like these that we start wondering what truly matters and how to transform our lives so that they bring us genuine happiness and meaning. I want to share a story that unveils the most vital secrets of inner harmony, shows why it's so important to trust our own destiny, and explains how it lasts to find the answers to all our questions. Maybe you've already asked yourself why some people seem luckier while others struggle for even the smallest glimmer of hope. Why do certain individuals radiate happiness, while others are constantly dissatisfied? These are normal thoughts. We all want to understand how life works. And right now, at the first breath of this new day, it's crucial to hold on to that subtle curiosity about the world and not let it slip away. You may wonder if you're prepared enough. The very fact that you're here proves you're open to change and ready to hear something that could illuminate the most secret corners of your soul. I invite you on a journey to tap into the source of vital energy, where every word can become a key to transformation. Look around. The world is so diverse that it has room for the boldest wishes and most daring dreams. Yet we often fear being ourselves because society imposes rules and doubts that can undermine our self-belief. We look at others who seem to have it all figured out and think, they're different, I could never do that. Let's break down those walls and unlock possibilities you've never considered. I'll share simple yet powerful steps to change the way you see life. We'll discuss how to value your body, learn from the grand school of life, handle problems more constructively, and notice the happiness that's always nearby. The road ahead may seem long, but the first 8 seconds of this video are already the starting point of your victory. The secret lies in not missing opportunities. Once you realize that listening to yourself, sensing the world, and accepting it without judgment is your greatest advantage, you've taken the first step toward genuine fulfillment. I'll unravel insights to help turn every moment into a lesson, every pain into a sign of growth, and every challenge into a springboard for remarkable progress. I used to stand in that same place of worry, fear, and uncertainty, feeling as though the world was too harsh to embrace me. But once I grasped that the universe holds answers to all my questions, events began unfolding in the most magical ways. I learned to appreciate each moment, stopped blaming life, and began creating my own reality based on self-love and trust. This video is a turning point, where your decisions will influence what happens next. Soon we'll dive into the biggest revelations I've gathered and reinterpreted to share with you. Prepare to discover, grow, and experience breakthroughs. The journey ahead is nearly endless. So let's begin. Allow yourself a deep, refreshing breath, stepping into this new experience. You're already investing in your future because you're letting change, love, and positivity into your life. Are you ready for real discoveries? Let's go straight to the heart of the matter. At the center of it all is the understanding that our body is the only vessel we carry from birth until the end of our days. I've noticed that many people either ignore their body or criticize it excessively. Yet this body is our soul's home, our most tangible treasure. We must learn to love and accept it, no matter how it looks, because without self-love, we can never begin a true journey toward happiness. Once I realized caring for my body is crucial, I grasped a simple principle: health isn't just the absence of illness, it's also our attitude toward ourselves. If we value our body, we try to eat well, exercise, get enough sleep, and shield ourselves from stress. But when we're unhappy with ourselves, we gradually erode our inner world, constantly comparing and criticizing, thus missing out on life's most precious gift, the ability to enjoy each day. The next step in understanding life was to see that every day, every encounter, and every event is a lesson. Imagine a school without bells, schedules, or vacations, where learning never stops. That's our school of life. It teaches us to love, forgive, appreciate, and even lose, only to discover something greater in the process. I used to resent bad people who seemed to stand in my way. But time revealed that these individuals gave me invaluable lessons: resilience, determination, and the art of staying calm amidst chaos. Good people offered joy and inspiration. Combining experiences from both revealed the importance of valuing everyone who crosses our path. Of course, we can't avoid negativity, things like resentment, anger, and envy. But rage is nothing more than a hot coal we plan to throw at someone, only to burn ourselves first. The more negativity we harbor, the more we poison our own heart. Our subconscious mind, acting like a loyal servant, starts manifesting hurdles and difficulties around us. There is, however, a way to break out of this cycle. I realized it's far simpler to stop judging others, to let go of that internal storm, and instead explore what's happening within ourselves. I once heard a wise statement: why worry if you can solve a problem? And if you can't solve it, why worry? Those words hold profound power. We frequently stress over the future, trying to control events that may never happen. Anxiety drains our energy, leaving us helpless. Far better to channel that energy into finding creative solutions, taking action, and doing something purposeful. When I was on the verge of giving up, rethinking my own failures became my salvation. I came to see any mistake not as a sentence, but as a normal part of achieving success. Mistakes show us where we're vulnerable, where we need to pay more attention, and how to seek unconventional solutions to life's complexities. Look at people who have reached impressive heights. If you ask them about their past, they'll all tell stories of missteps and setbacks. But they never halted, they pressed forward even when the road was paved with obstacles. I call it the ability to face fear and say, "No, you won't stop me. I'm moving on." Persistence and determination are often more powerful than mere knowledge. No matter how many books we read, our real driving force remains the will to act. People can spend years explaining why they can't do something, while others persistently try and eventually succeed. The secret is not to confuse wealth with money. Money is a tool, real wealth is a state of mind. When you live doing what you love, giving your energy to the world and feeling it return to you, that's happiness, and financial costs no longer feel like a burden. Your work becomes part of a meaningful life, bringing a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Many of us fear that without envy or anger or constant comparison, we'll lose motivation. This is an illusion. In fact, when you focus on yourself, on your personal growth, and stop measuring your life against someone else's achievements, you break free. It's the freedom to remain inquisitive, grateful, and true to yourself. The universe is designed in such a way that outer realities often mirror our inner attitudes. We might not notice how we drown in negativity, constantly criticizing ourselves or other people, thereby missing the opportunity to feel peaceful. But if we shift that perspective and infuse ourselves with kindness, respect, and self-love, our environment gradually takes on a brighter tone. Sometimes life knocks on our door through pain. Pain is how life signals that we've overlooked something. At this point, we have a choice: wallow in suffering or find the lesson in it. Suffering is a state of mind, pain is simply a message. Learn to hear it, and it will guide you to a solution. I also learned to accept the world just as it is. I realized that while chasing some perfect tomorrow, I missed the joys of today. Yes, planning matters, but we mustn't forget that life is happening right now, in this very second. If we focus too intently on tomorrow, we risk overlooking the beauty in the present moment. We often forget that tomorrow hasn't arrived yet. By the time it does, it becomes today. Right now is when we decide who we are, with whom we share our lives, and where we want to go. There's no better way to live than to treat each day as though it's unique, because, in truth, it is. Think about it: you can't love or hate anything in another person unless it reflects something within you. If someone's behavior annoys you, it probably mirrors a hidden fear or insecurity inside yourself. Conversely, if you admire someone's gift or talent, it's likely a sign of potential that exists within you. One day, I realized that my life is a painting, while destiny simply provides the frame. If I don't choose what goes on the canvas, others will do it for me, and I might not like the result, because it'll reflect their tastes, their perspectives, and their intentions. So taking responsibility for our own life is in our best interest. The moment we stop blaming others for our failures, we ascend to a new level of freedom and awareness. We gain the opportunity to shape our own future. If you don't have a dream, you will likely wind up working to fulfill someone else's. It's not necessarily bad if you genuinely feel at peace with that. But if a vivid dream lies dormant inside you, ignored for far too long, perhaps now is the moment to bring it back to life and act on it. Problems sometimes feel overwhelming. But when viewed from a different angle, many of them are simpler to solve than we imagine. After all, we can't control about 10% of life's events, but the remaining 90% are entirely up to our attitude, reaction, and actions. In my own experience, personal growth accelerates when we stop complaining about circumstances and start finding ways forward. The world teems with possibilities, but we miss them if we're preoccupied with blaming others or being mired in self-pity. Shift your focus, and suddenly doors that seemed locked begin to open. Don't wait for someone else to hand you a new mindset. We can only activate our inner strength from within. The world is our friend when we approach it with goodwill. Once we unleash hatred upon life, it comes back at us just as fiercely. A simple practice helped me. I started each day by expressing gratitude, thankful for a roof over my head, food on the table, the warmth of loved ones, the ability to breathe and enjoy the sunshine. Gradually, this sense of gratitude expanded, changing my inner state. I discovered that when I love life, it returns the favor and offers more chances to advance. Sometimes people believe happiness is about meeting the perfect partner who completes them. In truth, to truly find happiness, we must first love ourselves and become the person we aspire to be. We often chase ideal relationships without even knowing who we really are. Once you pause and focus on your own self-development, people who share your values and perspective naturally gather around you. When you stop trying to hold on to someone by force and instead concentrate on being balanced and whole, the right individuals seem to appear as if by magic. Think about the butterfly effect. If you chase a butterfly, it flies away. But if you cultivate a warm, blossoming garden, the butterfly will land on your shoulder of its own accord. The same applies to life. Instead of chasing someone or something, focus on uncovering your best qualities. When you stop constantly craving external validation and start revealing your true self, you generate a unique energy the world responds to. People gravitate toward those who exude inner peace and authenticity. It isn't magic but rather a natural law. Everyone is drawn to warmth and light. One day I realized that being a happy person can be considered a profession. From childhood, we're taught to choose a job that will pay the bills. But almost no one tells us that we can choose the profession of being happy. Sadly, only a few reflect on this possibility. Being happy doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means recognizing that every obstacle is a solvable task which can help us grow stronger. True happiness arises from awareness, self-responsibility, and a genuine desire to find joy in life's small details. Now let's talk about time. Each of us has 24 hours a day, no more, no less. But we all use it differently. Some postpone important things indefinitely, wasting precious hours on distractions or empty arguments. Others invest that same time in self-improvement, rest, creativity, and meaningful interactions. Time is our most valuable resource because it's non-renewable. If you want to cultivate a success mindset, start by evaluating how you spend your hours. Eliminate the activities that don't bring you closer to your goals or give real satisfaction. Remember that the world is abundant. There are enough ideas, chances, friendships, and love to go around. Often we're taught the opposite, but that's driven by fear. The truth is, you have enormous potential, even if you've been led to believe otherwise. You hold a deep capacity to create, discover, excel in sports or business, anything you choose. I realized through my own life that each of us possesses a powerful resource within, sometimes called the soul or creative energy. It's aware of everything. It has access to limitless knowledge and imagination. You only need to ask for its help and trust that it's real. We often sabotage ourselves by insisting, "That's impossible, I can't do it, I lack talent." Most of the time, we readily believe others who say we're not smart or talented enough. But if we claim, "I can do anything," we face a barrage of doubts. Are these doubts truly ours, or did we absorb them from someone else's beliefs? Picture yourself standing before a colossal wall built from your own doubts. Beyond that wall lies everything you've ever longed for. Your task is to summon enough faith and courage to overcome it. Feeling fear is a natural sign that you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Once you permit yourself to believe you deserve the best, reality begins to shift. The world adjusts its patterns the moment you transition from "I can't" to "I will." It feels as if the universe says, "Finally, you're ready to accept my gifts." I've often faced moments where I wanted to quit, convinced by others' judgments that I lacked the ability to succeed. Yet I kept remembering, this life is my one chance, and I don't want to spend it confined by someone else's assumptions. Sometimes the voices of parents, friends, or society echo in our minds, telling us that's not the norm, this is weird, or you think too highly of yourself. But who has the right to decide what we can or cannot achieve? If people had always listened to such opinions, many brilliant inventions and ideas would have remained mere sketches on paper. We tend to believe we need to outrun someone else, to compete and fight for a spot under the sun. But in truth, the only person worth surpassing is yourself from yesterday. Compete with yourself and marvel at how you grow day by day. By letting yourself believe in infinite potential, you grant your soul permission to guide you, propelling you to astonishing revelations. Just think, the world is enormous, full of mystery, and your energy can reach any point and transform it. Some say this is naive and that it's better to stay firmly on the ground instead of dreaming. But I say it's far better to take risks than to lament missed chances. Life is too fleeting to waste on endless hesitations. Let your dream be your lighthouse. You might not get there in a day, but you don't give up. Each step molds your determination and skills. You'll find yourself entering a state of flow, as if the universe itself is giving you a friendly push. Faith reveals new horizons. The moment you dare to move beyond your comfort zone, you discover opportunities you never saw before. People, ideas, and invitations flow your way, and doors that seemed closed burst open. Try telling yourself, I deserve the very best, do it with sincerity, free of cynicism. Accept it as natural. Feel how a fresh wave of life surges inside you. It starts with small changes, altering routines, habits, and how you treat others. For instance, decide you won't waste time on gossip, instead choosing to read uplifting material or exercise. Or stop worrying about online hate comments and focus on creating something meaningful. The world reflects your mindset. If you say, I can't, the world respects your choice. If you say, I will succeed, then it aligns with you in that too. Of course, it won't happen in a snap, and it will require effort, but you'll sense a new kind of support. All the answers are inside us. It might sound cliché, but it's true. We look for answers in books, from wise mentors, on the internet, but the most important step is learning to trust ourselves. Often, when we ask someone else a question, we already know the answer deep down, we're just seeking external validation. When you finally trust yourself, inner conflict disappears. You realize you've always had intuitive knowledge, far beyond logical explanation. This isn't magic, it's a normal human trait and innate ability to sense what can't be fully expressed in words. Love what you have. Nobody's life is perfect, but if you stop complaining and truly look at the abundance around you, you'll see there has always been something to be thankful for. We can't possess everything, yet we can always appreciate what we do have. At any moment, you can choose a direction. That's the beauty of life. You might not be able to fix the entire world, but you can pick your path and follow it with consistency and belief in yourself. Yes, in the rush of daily life, we might forget these truths. Meetings, tasks, and obligations swirl around like a whirlwind. But at any point, you can pause, close your eyes, and say, I remember that I hold all the answers. Sometimes a single breath is enough to recall how magnificent life is. Close your eyes, inhale deeply, feel the energy fill your chest, then open your eyes and smile at the world. It will smile back. Happiness has always been at arm's length. We sometimes overcomplicate it, convinced it depends on various external conditions aligning. But the simpler your outlook, the clearer it becomes that happiness is an internal state, shaped by the choice to love life, yourself, and those around you. Of course, nobody can remember all of this at once. We're only human. We forget. But that's no cause for despair. Life is designed so that when we truly need to recall something vital, it resurfaces. Think about your darkest times, moments when you felt cornered and ready to give in. Suddenly, you found the strength to carry on. And looking back, you saw how it made you wiser and more resilient. We each have our own challenges and crises, and that's perfectly normal. What matters is not remaining stuck in self-pity. Self-pity won't save you, it merely cements a sense of helplessness. A more productive approach is to transform that feeling into forward motion. When you start helping others, sharing knowledge, kindness, and resources, you'll see changes in your life. Offering help is an act of love for the world. You're essentially saying, I have enough to give, so I must be blessed. Life is more of a dance invitation than a battlefield. It opens most willingly to those who look for beauty and wisdom in it, rather than to those who endlessly complain or wage war against their circumstances. Let each failure be a stepping stone toward success. Let each pain remind you it's time to rethink your path. Let each triumph fill you with gratitude. And let each fresh today greet you with the knowledge that it holds the key to yet another victory. Our horizons can keep expanding indefinitely, revealing unseen talents and allowing us to inspire others. When compassion opens your heart, you know you're heading the right way. Love the world, and it will return your love. Believe in yourself, and you'll be amazed at how generously life will reward that trust. Don't wait for a perfect moment to start. Every moment is perfect in its own way. In both tough and easy times, the key is to remain true to your values. Yes, this path requires courage. But you're already on it, simply by reading these lines. Greet every challenge with confidence, absorb every lesson with gratitude, celebrate your achievements, and cherish each day as if it's the only one, because in reality, it is. I'm convinced that if you keep delving into these ideas and filtering them through your personal experience, you'll soon embody them and be ready to share them with others. The world transforms along with us, making each of us part of something big and beautiful. Let life unfold in front of you with new vibrancy, and continue to recognize just how boundless your capacities truly are. Your soul is an everlasting wellspring of creative power. Use it freely, it's yours alone. No one should or can force you to feel unworthy or too ambitious. Society may try to keep you in a narrow frame, but only you decide who you are and how far you'll go. Remember, you are capable of anything you truly desire. This isn't fantasy but the result of your heart and mind working together. When your soul identifies a goal, your intellect finds ways to achieve it, and your body executes the plan. Don't allow anyone to persuade you otherwise. If someone weakens your faith, politely but firmly set boundaries. Surround yourself with those who encourage and uplift you. Aim to be that kind of person yourself, sowing optimism and hope. If you ever have doubts, return to these words. Reread the passages that resonate with you. Write down the ideas that spark new insights and translate them into real actions. That's the essence of all progress, continuous practice. You might wonder, what comes next? How will I know I've succeeded? The answer is simple. You'll feel a genuine sense of calm and joy, as if life itself is smiling at you. You'll see people, events, and opportunities aligning with dreams you once thought unreachable. Above all, you'll learn to love who you are and feel deep gratitude for your unique journey, no matter its twists and turns. That gratitude will grant you the strength to continue building, evolving, and sharing love with the world. We're reaching the end of this conversation, and I hope it sparks a new perspective, helping you see your inner power more clearly. Now you have a choice: let everything stay the same, or subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and post a comment, your first step toward a new life. If this video hits 10 likes, I'll share more practical tips on how to overcome laziness and open the door to success. Believe me, there are some surprising techniques to tackle self-sabotage and uncertainty from a whole new angle. Together, we can create a community of people who believe in themselves and in the countless solutions the universe offers. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments, so everyone can see that change is truly possible. And never forget, the most important answers are always inside you.